YouTube family. What's going on? What's going on? Well, guys, I don't normally do content like this, but as you can tell by the title, I am going to be kind of elaborating on the Breakfast Club with Kevin Gates. Now, I don't know if any of y'all seen this interview with Kevin Gates on the Breakfast Club, but I encourage you to go and check it out. KG is the man, okay? And it just keeps getting better and better. And here's my reasons why. I like how he opened up in that interview. It was so telling, And ever since I seen it, I literally wanted to talk to somebody about it. And you guys are my family, and so you are the perfect ones that I can talk to about this video. I like how he opened up and talked about so much of what's going on in his life and what he went to prior to this point. Okay? I'll go ahead and jump a little bit forward. Last night, y'all, there is something in my... I went ahead and was listening to the ceremony, and I'm gonna tell you, it slaps. Okay, it really does. The only thing is that I am a girly girl, y'all, and it's Kevin's tone when he's rapping that I got. It's the tone for me. You know what I mean? It's the tone for me. But the words are something special. It's a treat. So if you have not caught that ceremony, Kevin Gates music, please go do that. I don't know if I said CD or not, but I remember last night he was up there and he was talking about, when I watched it last night, I remember again, and I remember he was up there talking about he had, wait a minute, y'all, somebody's trying to call me. Okay, so I remember when this man gonna hit me. Lord have mercy. Sir, please don't do it, because I'm gonna have to sue you. I'm gonna have to. Anyway, people just don't pay attention. Anyway, like I said, he was talking about Walmart. This is my second time watching this. Well, actually, my first time watching it, seeing it, and because the first time I heard it was in the car on my way to work one morning, and I knew that when Charlamagne and Envy introduced who the special guest was that morning, I already knew it was going to be a treat. And my mouth was like open, dropped the whole time he was talking, just kind of taking in everything that this man was saying. I just really wanted to hear him, and I wanted to see his progress and see how things was going. I don't know, there's sometimes that there are people that you connected to and you don't know why, because he is not the first person that I've seen on the internet or the television that I actually can, I'm connected to these people somehow. Whatever realm that is, I don't know, but we have a divine connection, okay? See, he's not the first one. And so I listened at him. Let me go ahead and get to this. And I listened at him, and y'all, right when it got to, I'm smiling, I'm into everything that he's saying, and I'm feeling it, and I'm shaking my head. And then he gets to about the middle of the interview, maybe a little up past the middle, but he gets to that part in the interview, and Charlemagne asked him, would he tell about when he was, thinking about committing suicide. And he was like, man, I done told you that one time, the last time I came here, I done told you about that, but I'm going to tell you again for the ones that's here now. And I was so glad he said that, because I was like, I missed that. I missed that. And so he began to tell his story, y'all. And when I tell you that it resonated so much with me. And who do you tell this to? Who do you tell things like this to, guys? Who do you talk to and tell this to? I was talking with one of my friends on the phone prior to looking at that video. And they were like, you know how people are crazy, because you crazy and you don't know you crazy. 9 times out of 10, if you're a person and you're running around and you saying, I'm crazy, don't mess with me, I'm crazy, you're not crazy, because you are aware. You're not crazy. He said, but crazy people do not call themselves crazy. You have not heard one crazy person call themselves crazy, and it's true. And so that reminded me of what Kevin Gates said when he said, when you're getting ready to commit suicide, you do not announce, I am getting ready to do this. It is just something that you do. Because if you got to announce it, if you got to tell people, you want somebody to talk you off the ledge. You're not serious about that. You might be feeling some type of way, but you're not serious about that. But when you out there and you just doing, from the Kevin Gates explained before, when he woke up in the morning, how he got dressed, when he went to the gym, he expressed all this process. And then someone, a beacon of light, comes to him and say, don't do it, man. And he will admit that that one person was the only person that he ever said anything to him about that, because he said, the man said that his music saved his life. So when you're looking at it like that, when you're looking at that reflection, you're wanting to take yourself out, yet you have someone that say, your music saved my life. Please don't do it. And with hearing that and understanding that, he said, okay, I'll give it 3 days. I'll give it three days. And he said after 3 days, after 3 days, things started looking up for him. more so than they had been. And I will tell you this, you never know what someone has on their mind, that they are on the verge of going out of here. You guys, people are suffering. Do you hear me? People are hurting. They don't know how to handle the stress of life and situations. And they feel like the best thing for them to do is to get out the way. It's so sad. My heart goes out because he was just brave enough to come out and express how he's been feeling or how he felt. And there's a lot of people that don't express this and they keep it within. They suppress it, you know, and we try to put on our best clothes and our makeup and our hair, and we try to go out amongst people looking like we have it all together. And he even mentioned that. You know, you go out before these people and you look like you have everything so well put together. And you're able to talk to people about their lives and their situations and their... But you're not even able to do that for yourself. You don't know how to take that positiveness that you are sending out. You don't even know how to take that for yourself. And that is so true. And sometimes before we sit and admit, I don't know how to eat this meal myself, you'll say, or you'll pretend like you have it all together when you know you don't. When you know you don't. I mean, this whole interview to me was just it was eye-opening. And I know this man was real because I could see it in his face and I could feel it in his voice. And then he started talking about the children, you guys, the children. And he said, you know, he expressed how much he loved his children. And he said, when the children are around him, your children is his children. He treat your children like they're his own. And I do the very same thing, y'all. If I'm giving something to my children, I'm giving something to your children. If I'm loving on my children, I'm talking sweet to them and I'm telling them great things, I'm doing the same thing to yours. If I have to get on mine, baby, I'm getting on yours too. I treat them like they're my own. I'm always trying to lead and guide them in the right direction. And if I see something, I say something, because I want someone, if they see mine doing something, I want somebody to say something so that these children can do something different, because they need to be doing something different. So he expressed how much he loved his children. And I believe every freaking stinking word of it. I believe it because of how expressive he was. I would have to disagree with him saying she could tell him anything. I know that he believes that he created a safe space for his daughter to tell him anything. And there is no doubt that she tells him a lot. But he was like, you can tell me anything because you know you you know your daddy out here active. He ain't no joke. He about his life. You know what I mean? And sometimes just that alone is enough for a child not to tell you nothing. Because my children knew my pressure points, baby. And there was some things that my children was just not coming to tell me because they knew exactly how I was. Just like he said, she know who I am. Yeah, my children knew exactly how I was too. So there was a lot of things that was not talked about and was hid. And probably right now to this day, it's like that. Because they know what kind of mama they have. They know. So if there was anything that I have to disagree with him on in this interview, it would have to have been the 90-day dick restriction. Kevin, that's a bit much. That's a bit much, Kev. But, if you have not watched the interview, you can go back and see exactly what I'm referring to when I say the 90-day dick restriction. Don't y'all try it. Don't try it. Don't try that. Okay. It's okay to like Kevin, but everybody can't be Kevin. Everybody cannot do what Kevin does. Okay. So y'all don't try it. Be easy. But yeah, those are the two things that I would have to, on a serious note, I would have to disagree with those two things. But other than that, he was so candid in this interview. And the energy that he brought with him was amazing. And he was dressed to the nines, y'all. And you talking about in shape, he's lost weight, but he's not. He's lost weight, but he hasn't. And he cut his hair, which I didn't know anything about. So y'all, I look at things, but I look at the internet, but I don't look at it a lot like that. I mean, some people, especially the people that I adore and that can bring me good vibes, especially those people. Sometimes there's so many out here that you're trying to keep up with and find on the internet that sometimes the golden ones will slip right through your fingers. So I hadn't seen him in a little while. And he looked absolutely phenomenal. He looked great. Now, I like how he talked about his hairdresser was braiding his hair, and then she suggested to him one day it's okay to cut it off, and he said, so you gonna mess up your money by telling me to cut these braids off? And she was like, yeah, because she wanted the best for him. She was just giving him her best advice. And he said, for that, you will forever be blessed. So I took it as, and if y'all look at the video, comment in the comments if that's not how you took it as. But again, this is my opinion, but I took it as he was going to forever pay her. She was going to forever be blessed by him. That man was tough now. That man was tough now. I'm trying to tell you. Everybody out here trying to live a life that is pleasing to them, and if not to them, somebody. And sometimes you might not be feeling the church. And you might not be feeling crowds and groups and therapy and all these different things. But if you can somehow find someone that can bring encouragement and love and support in your life. I can also remember him saying that he used to be on drugs. And to him, it was pretty much, which I would have to disagree with this one too. To him, it was pretty much, you can't feel sorry for yourself. You got to get up. You got to, don't fold. Do what you're supposed to do as far as getting yourself back in order. You know that you're out of order. Now get yourself back in order. And he said, I just replaced the bad habits with good habits. That comes from a very strong will and powerful mind, Kevin. Everybody do not have the ability to quit drinking or smoking or drugging or whatever it is that they're doing. Everybody does not have the ability, that mindset, to just stop doing what they're doing and find their own healing. Sometimes people need help. And if you're one of the ones that need help because you need to go to AA or you need to go to a rehab center, go ahead. If you're the one that need help and you can't do it alone and you don't know where to begin or where to end, if you feel like you need help, go get help. Because help is what's going to help you reach that point that you can do it by yourself. That's what help is going to do. Help is going to help you reach your pinnacle. You see what I'm saying? That is what help is going to do. If you're not a person with a strong mind, and if you're a person that I cannot do this alone, don't try to do it alone. There is people out there in place to help. And I know it's hard to trust people nowadays. I know. Because I'm going to be honest with you. I don't trust, baby. No further than I can see you. I don't trust. People be wanting you to trust them. Yet they don't do anything to earn the trust. People want you to trust them. But when you had trust in them and you had faith in them, they betray you. Oh, that's another day. That's another day. I'm not going to keep y'all. I just had to come here with my little commentary on Kevin Gates and the Breakfast Club. Shout out to them for having him on, because that is an interview that I didn't know I needed. I didn't know I needed it. But when I listened to him talk and explain and express and engage from a very sincere place, he had fun with it too. He had fun with it too. He did his little twist. He did his own thing. I I just seen a side of Kevin that I have never seen. It was almost like he was, I can't call it right now. And I don't want to call it what it's not. But it's a great interview. If you haven't checked it out, go check it out. I'm going to go because people are coming out and I need to go in and wash my clothes, you guys. I need to go in and wash my clothes. So it's going to take me a little minute to do that. And so I'm going to go ahead and get started with that process because they're not going to get washed if I don't do it. But throughout your day and your travels, y'all, be safe. Love yourself. Love somebody. Please be kind. Comment, like, and share. Subscribe to my channel. Turn on all your notifications so every time I do a video, you will be there to see your girl, Fat Girl Trucker. If you have not checked out some of my videos, go ahead down, check out my videos, see what I'm talking about. And until I post another video, I'll see you next time. Peace, love, and light.